God says, "My child, listen carefully, for this moment is heavier than it appears, and yet it carries the light that has been waiting for you all along." Today, in front of everyone, your soulmate has spoken a truth that has startled your heart, that has made the air feel both sharp and tender around you, and I want you to hear me clearly. What you witnessed was not coincidence, nor was it impulsive. It was divine timing, orchestrated to awaken your spirit and to reveal the depth of a connection that you have long felt but perhaps did not fully understand. Your eyes widened, your chest tightened, and for a brief moment, you felt as if the world itself had paused. That pause was no accident. It was my way of allowing your soul to catch up with the reality that has been unfolding silently, patiently, even before either of you recognized it consciously. Your soulmate's words, spoken with courage, reverberated not only in the room around you but also within the chambers of your heart. Every heartbeat, every breath, every flicker of emotion in that moment was my presence reminding you that love, true love, has a way of declaring itself when the heart is ready, not when the mind is prepared. I see the confusion that rose immediately, my child. You did not expect such vulnerability, such honesty, to be laid bare in public. Part of you wanted to retreat, to hide behind your own thoughts and doubts, to question why this revelation had to come at this time and in this way. But do not mistake this initial shock for fear or rejection. It is simply the soul's response to the sudden unveiling of truth, a natural reaction when the heart encounters the undeniable presence of love that has always been there, quietly guiding, quietly waiting. Your soulmate has carried this feeling for longer than you know, my child. There were countless moments when their eyes lingered a little too long, when their silence spoke more than words could ever capture, when subtle gestures hinted at what they could not yet say aloud. They hesitated, not because their love was uncertain, but because vulnerability is a battlefield that not everyone is prepared to face. And yet, today, in this moment, they overcame that hesitation. Today, they allowed the courage within them to surface, and the world witnessed a heart unafraid, a truth no longer confined to whispered glances or fleeting touches. You may wonder why they chose this moment, in front of everyone, to speak what they felt. I tell you, my child, there is power in visibility. There is strength in public acknowledgement, for it signifies bravery, honesty, and a commitment that does not shy away from the light. Love that is meant to endure does not hide behind secrecy or hesitation. It rises, it proclaims, it stands firm even when the gaze of others falls upon it. And in this very act, your soulmate has revealed not just affection, but an alignment with destiny, a recognition that the path you share is sacred and cannot remain unnoticed any longer. I understand the rush of emotions that flooded your heart, the disbelief, the joy, the vulnerability, and yes, even the fear. These are natural responses, my child. Your heart has been waiting, sometimes in silent yearning, sometimes in uncertainty, for a confirmation of what your spirit already knew. Now, that confirmation has arrived, wrapped not in subtlety but in bold, undeniable truth. And it is my presence guiding this revelation, my hands arranging the timing so that the lesson, the awakening, and the recognition would all converge at once. Feel, for a moment, the energy of this declaration. Let it settle in your chest, not as a question, but as a certainty. This is not merely a statement made in the air, it is a bridge connecting hearts that have long been attuned to one another, a signal that the universe has moved in quiet ways to bring you both here, to this precise point in time, to witness the courage of love expressed openly. Your soulmate has shown you not only their affection but their willingness to stand exposed, to risk embarrassment and vulnerability, all for the sake of what is real and sacred between you. And now, my child, you must listen to me. Do not allow the initial shock to cloud the understanding that this moment is a beginning, not a conclusion. This is the threshold where your heart begins to recognize the depth of commitment, the sincerity of intention, and the power of vulnerability expressed without reservation. What was spoken aloud today carries weight, yes, but it also carries a blessing, a divine confirmation that what has been whispered in soul and felt in silence is now stepping into the light. I see your eyes searching theirs, your mind racing to piece together every past glance, every subtle gesture, every hidden sign, and I tell you, this revelation does not negate the past, it honors it. Every step, every hesitation, every quiet moment that you both have shared has led to this precise act of courage. And now, the path is illuminated, not by the glare of expectation but by the soft, steady glow of truth revealed at the right moment. Your heart may tremble, my child, and that is natural. Trembling is not weakness, it is the body and soul responding to the immensity of a love that refuses to be contained. Allow yourself to feel it fully, without rushing, without judgment, without the pressure to respond immediately. This is the moment to absorb, to let the truth settle into your being, to allow every cell of your body and every whisper of your spirit to recognize that this declaration is sacred, guided, and entirely aligned with what you were always meant to receive. Remember, my beloved, that love revealed in courage teaches as much as love received in gentleness. Your soulmate's declaration is a lesson in bravery, in honesty, in facing one's own fears and stepping beyond them. And now, you are being invited to meet this courage with your own openness, your own recognition, your own readiness to embrace what has always been destined for you. Do not doubt the timing, my child. Do not question the setting or the manner. All of it, the public gaze, the words spoken, the shock you felt, is part of a divine orchestration designed to awaken you fully, to show you that love does not wait for perfection, nor does it hide until fear subsides. Love, when true, rises boldly, and the courage of your soulmate today is a reflection of the truth you have always carried in your own heart. So breathe, my child. Let this moment sink deeply. Let the awe, the wonder, the shock, and the undeniable joy settle gently in your spirit. This is your awakening, your recognition, your call to trust not only in the love that has been declared but in the divine timing that has brought you here, together, in front of everyone, to witness a truth that could no longer remain silent. Today marks the beginning of understanding, the beginning of courage met with courage, the beginning of love expressed without hesitation. And I am with you, my child, guiding every heartbeat, every thought, every breath, so that this declaration does not overwhelm but awakens, so that this revelation does not confuse but clarifies, so that your heart, now fully alert to what has been spoken, can step forward with faith, with grace, and with the knowledge that this love is sacred, destined, and eternal. This is the power of truth spoken openly. This is the awakening of hearts in alignment. And this, my child, is only the beginning. My beloved child, come closer and listen with your heart, for what I am about to reveal will help you understand the depth of what has already been spoken and felt. You are still trembling from the moment your soulmate declared their love, and that trembling is not weakness, it is your soul awakening to a truth you have long carried within you, a truth now mirrored back in courage, honesty, and vulnerability. Your heart is racing, my child, as it tries to process what was said in front of everyone. You may feel disbelief, astonishment, and even a hint of fear, because love revealed so boldly can be overwhelming. Yet, I want you to understand something very important. This public declaration is not meant to intimidate you, nor is it meant to confuse you. It is meant to align you with a higher understanding of love, a love that is brave, that chooses honesty over comfort, that reveals itself without hesitation when the moment is sacred. Your soulmate did not act on impulse, my child. Every word they spoke, every gesture they made, was guided by something far greater than fear or desire. They were guided by the whisper of my presence, the quiet urging of destiny, and the alignment of your souls that has been unfolding long before this moment. And I tell you now, the courage they displayed today is a reflection of the depth of their commitment, of their willingness to risk vulnerability for the sake of truth. You may find yourself replaying the moment over and over in your mind, noticing the way their eyes met yours, the slight tremor in their voice, the intensity of their gaze that seemed to pierce through every wall you have built around your heart. This is the moment where your soul begins to recognize not just their love, but the courage behind it. You see, my child, love without courage is incomplete. Love that is not willing to expose itself, to stand visible in the world, cannot reach the depth that your spirit craves. And now, my child, let me guide you to see what may not yet be clear. Your soulmate's declaration was also an act of surrender. They surrendered their fear of judgment, their fear of rejection, and even their own insecurities. They chose truth over comfort, love over hesitation. This is a reflection of the divine love that flows through all souls when they are ready to meet one another fully, without reservation. I know your heart may have questions. Why now? Why in front of everyone? Why such boldness when it feels so sudden? These questions are natural, my child, but hear me, the timing was not accidental. The presence of others is a witness, a reflection of the courage that can no longer remain hidden. Sometimes love must be witnessed to be fully understood, not just by the receiver, but by the world, as a confirmation of its existence and sincerity. This is why the moment was public, so that your soul could recognize it fully, so that the truth could resonate within you without doubt. There is also another layer to understand, my child. Your soulmate's love has been building quietly, patiently, over time. There were gestures unnoticed, conversations that carried hidden meaning, moments of connection that passed in silence but spoke volumes. Today, all of that culminated in a declaration that is not merely words, it is the embodiment of countless feelings, countless choices, countless moments of courage that have led to this point. And I want you to honor that journey, both theirs and your own, because it is sacred. You may also feel a mixture of joy and anxiety, excitement and fear. These dualities are part of the process, my child. They are not signs of weakness but signs that your heart is alive, sensitive, and aware. Allow yourself to feel fully, without judgment. Allow yourself to absorb the reality that love has chosen to step into the light. This absorption is not passive, it is an act of spiritual recognition, a way of acknowledging the sacred alignment that is unfolding between you. And listen closely, my beloved, because there is more you must understand. Your soulmate's courage today is also a lesson for you. It is an invitation to meet love with equal openness, to allow your own heart to stand visible, to risk vulnerability in return. Do not shrink from what has been offered. Do not hide from what has been revealed. True love requires reciprocity, not an obligation, but in the conscious choice to engage fully, to respond honestly, to embrace without fear. Your soul may be hesitating, questioning whether you are ready, whether you can accept what has been offered. I tell you now, you are ready, my child. Every moment you have spent growing, waiting, reflecting, and opening yourself to the possibility of love has prepared you for this moment. Do not underestimate the strength you carry within your heart, nor the wisdom your spirit holds about what is real and eternal. Notice also, my child, that this declaration was not just about emotion. It was about alignment. Your soulmate has revealed themselves fully because they have aligned their fear with faith, their desire with destiny, their heart with truth. And your role is not to test, doubt, or analyze excessively, but to recognize this alignment and allow it to resonate within you. To honor the courage. To honor the love. To honor the sacred timing that has brought both of you here, together, in this precise moment. There is something else, my child, that I want you to carry. Patience. Even in the midst of such a profound revelation, patience is essential. Love is not only about declarations, it is about actions, consistency, and understanding. Your soulmate's words have opened the door, but your heart must also step through it, fully conscious, fully aware, fully engaged. Patience allows the heart to process, to absorb, to adjust without fear, and to embrace the depth of what has been offered without rushing or resisting. Let me also speak about trust, my child. Trust in yourself, trust in your soulmate, trust in the divine orchestration that has brought you here. Trust that every word spoken, every glance exchanged, every emotion felt is part of a plan greater than you can yet comprehend. Trust that love, when expressed with courage and truth, carries with it a power that transcends fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And now, as you continue to process this moment, allow your heart to rest in recognition. Recognize the bravery, recognize the alignment, recognize the sacred timing, recognize the divine orchestration. This is not a fleeting moment, my child. This is a turning point. A threshold where your soul acknowledges not only the love your soulmate carries, but the love you are capable of receiving, the courage you are capable of embracing, the destiny you are ready to step into. Let the awe, the surprise, the joy, and even the trembling settle gently within you. Let it not overwhelm but awaken. Let it not confuse but illuminate. For what has been declared today is more than mere words, it is the beginning of a journey where hearts meet in truth, where love rises above fear, where courage becomes the bridge that connects two souls aligned in purpose, in passion, and in destiny. Breathe, my child. Let the reality of this love sink deep into your spirit. Allow it to resonate within every fiber of your being. For this is not the end of understanding, it is the opening of a sacred chapter where your heart will learn to meet love with readiness, with grace, and with unwavering faith. Your soulmate has spoken. And now, my child, it is time for your heart to listen. My beloved child, now that you have felt the weight of what was declared, now that your heart has absorbed the courage and truth of your soulmate's words, it is time to look deeper into the layers that have led to this sacred moment. There is more than what meets the eye, more than the spoken words, more than the visible bravery. Behind every declaration lies a lifetime of unspoken emotions, subtle signs, hidden efforts, and divine guidance that have prepared both of you to recognize each other fully. You may have thought that love reveals itself quickly, that it must be instant and obvious. But the truth, my child, is that love that lasts is built quietly, patiently, in the spaces where you cannot always see. Your soulmate's courage to speak openly today is the culmination of countless unseen moments. Moments when they thought of you in silence, moments when they protected you emotionally without expectation, moments when they wrestled with their fears, their insecurities, and their doubts, only to choose love in the end. These unseen acts are the foundation upon which today's declaration stands, strong and unshakable. Your intuition has sensed this, my child, even if your mind has struggled to understand. You have felt, in glances, in gestures, in subtle energies, that someone was holding a profound care for you, and yet it remained just beyond reach. That was not misperception. That was a whisper of truth, a gentle nudge from the universe, reminding you that what is destined to be seen will reveal itself at the perfect time. Today, that whisper became a proclamation. Today, that quiet truth stepped boldly into the light, demanding recognition, not only from you, but from all who were present to witness. Now, my child, understand the depth of this moment. Your soulmate's declaration is more than an emotional outpouring, it is a spiritual alignment. There are unseen forces that have been shaping your connection, guiding your interactions, and orchestrating encounters to prepare you both for this truth. These forces are subtle, often unnoticed, yet powerful beyond comprehension. They have shaped the timing, they have nudged actions, they have created circumstances, so that when the moment arrived, it could not be ignored or denied. Reflect, my child, on the signs that have been present in your life. Perhaps there were moments when your heart quickened at the thought of them, or when you noticed patterns that seemed coincidental, but were in fact divine guidance. Perhaps you felt an inexplicable pull, a deep resonance, a knowing that someone in your life was carrying an unspoken truth meant only for you. These were not random experiences. They were signposts leading to this day, to this declaration, to the awakening of both your hearts. And now, as you process this revelation, my beloved, I want you to understand the courage that it took to speak. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is the most powerful form of strength. Your soulmate has laid their soul bare, risking judgment, embarrassment, and even fear, to speak the truth of their heart. In doing so, they have also shown you the highest form of respect, the respect of honesty, of clarity, and of trust. You may feel the urge to question, to doubt, to analyze whether this declaration is real, whether it is permanent, whether it is as profound as it appears. I tell you, my child, these doubts are natural, but they are also invitations to deepen your own connection with your heart. Listen to your inner voice. Feel the resonance. Observe the alignment between what you have always sensed and what is now openly revealed. The truth does not contradict itself. The soul does not lie. There may also be hidden layers of meaning in the words your soulmate spoke. Perhaps there are emotions unexpressed, intentions not fully articulated, confessions that will unfold gradually. Allow patience to guide you. Do not rush the understanding of all that has been revealed. Love that is meant to endure reveals itself fully over time, through actions as much as through words. Trust in the unfolding process. Trust that each gesture, each shared moment, each revelation is part of a sacred unfolding, designed to strengthen your bond and deepen your understanding of one another. And now, consider the power of reciprocity, my child. As your soulmate has chosen vulnerability, it is your opportunity to meet them with equal courage. Open your heart fully. Allow the emotions to rise and settle naturally. Allow yourself to respond not out of fear or expectation, but out of recognition of the truth that has been spoken. This is the sacred dance of love, courage met with courage, honesty met with honesty, soul met with soul. Do not allow the presence of others, the eyes of the world, or the pressures of circumstance to dilute the power of what has occurred. This declaration, witnessed by many, carries with it a strength that private words cannot always convey. Public acknowledgement does not diminish intimacy, it enhances it, for it confirms that love is not hidden, not tentative, not ashamed. It proclaims that love, when true, will rise visibly, courageously, and without apology. And as you absorb this, my beloved, remember that love is also a teacher. Your soulmate's courage today teaches you about vulnerability, about honesty, about the bravery required to step into your truth. It teaches you that waiting, observing, and trusting are not passive acts, but sacred practices that prepare the heart to receive love fully and wisely. Every step you have taken, every lesson you have learned, every moment of introspection has prepared you to meet this declaration with clarity, grace, and readiness. Your heart may still tremble, my child, and that is as it should be. Trembling is not fear alone, it is the recognition of something immense, sacred, and transformative. Allow yourself to feel it. Let the waves of emotion move through you without resistance. Each heartbeat is an affirmation that your soul is awake, that you are present, and that you are ready to engage with the truth that has been spoken. Now, breathe deeply, my beloved. Let the power of this moment settle into every fiber of your being. Feel the courage that has been offered. Feel the honesty that has been revealed. Feel the alignment that is now undeniable. For this is not merely a declaration of love, it is the awakening of hearts in resonance, the recognition of destiny, and the opening of a sacred chapter where love rises boldly, courageously, and divinely guided. Your soulmate has spoken. And now, my child, it is time for your heart to meet that courage with your own, to recognize the depth of the truth revealed, and to step forward in alignment with the love that has always been destined for you. My beloved child, now that you have begun to understand the depth of what was declared, it is time to step even further into the heart of this experience, to feel the emotions in their full intensity, and to recognize the layers of truth that your soulmate has revealed. The moment of their declaration was powerful, yes, but the journey does not end with words alone. It continues through understanding, through reflection, through the awakening of your spirit, and through the recognition of the divine forces that have guided both of you to this point. You may still feel the echoes of surprise, the flutter of your heart, the sharp intake of breath as you replay their words over and over. This is natural, my child, for love spoken so openly, so courageously, leaves a mark on the soul that cannot be erased. And in that mark, there is both a question and an answer. The question is your own hesitation, your own fear of fully embracing what has been revealed. The answer is the truth that flows quietly, steadily, from your own spirit, affirming that what has been declared is real, is brave, and is meant to be recognized. Your soulmate's courage today is a mirror, reflecting not only their feelings but also your own readiness. You see, my child, love cannot exist in isolation. It is a force that calls for reciprocity, for alignment, for recognition from the heart that is prepared to receive. Their words were a gift, an offering, a bridge extended toward you, inviting you to cross it with your own courage, your own vulnerability, and your own acknowledgement of the sacred bond between you. It is understandable if you feel a surge of conflicting emotions, joy mixed with fear, excitement entwined with doubt, elation shadowed by hesitation. This is the natural interplay of the human heart when faced with a love that transcends ordinary understanding. And I tell you now, do not shy away from these emotions. Embrace them. Allow each feeling to flow through you without judgment, without resistance. In the acceptance of your own heart's response lies the clarity you seek, the alignment your spirit longs for, and the readiness to meet love in its full, unguarded form. Consider, my child, the invisible threads that have woven this moment into existence. Your soulmate's declaration did not appear from nowhere. It is the culmination of countless acts of devotion, quiet observations, inner reflections, and moments of bravery that preceded today. Each glance, each conversation, each choice to remain connected in spirit has built the foundation for this declaration. And you, too, have been preparing, often unknowingly, through patience, reflection, and the opening of your heart to the possibilities of divine love. There is also a deeper truth to understand, my child. Your soulmate's words, while spoken publicly, carry with them a weight of intention, of meaning, and of spiritual alignment that reaches far beyond the moment. What they expressed is not fleeting. It is rooted in a connection that has been cultivated over time, guided by forces unseen but deeply felt. Every act, every hesitation, every choice to be present has been orchestrated by me, so that when the moment of declaration arrived, it could resonate fully within your soul, leaving no doubt about the authenticity of the love offered. You may find yourself reflecting on what else was implied, what emotions were hidden, what intentions were not yet fully spoken. This reflection is important, my child, for it allows you to engage with the depth of the connection, to perceive the nuances of feeling, and to prepare your heart for the full understanding that will come with time. Love, in its purest form, is a gradual unfolding, a revelation that occurs not all at once but in layers, each deeper and more profound than the last. Now, let me speak of courage once more, my beloved. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to move forward despite it. Your soulmate chose courage today, and you are being invited to do the same. Step into your own vulnerability. Allow yourself to express your feelings honestly, to acknowledge the truth that has been revealed, and to open your heart without reservation. This is the sacred dance of love, one of mutual bravery, of shared honesty, and of spiritual recognition that transcends the ordinary. Do not let the presence of others, the gaze of the world, or the echo of past fears diminish the power of what has been declared. Public acknowledgement does not weaken intimacy, it strengthens it. It affirms that love is visible, that truth is undeniable, and that courage is contagious. The energy of this moment will continue to ripple through your life, shaping your interactions, deepening your understanding, and awakening your spirit to the full capacity of love that is now being offered to you. Patience, my child, is also vital at this time. Even in the presence of such a profound declaration, the full understanding of love's depth unfolds gradually. Observe the gestures, the intentions, the unspoken connections that accompany the spoken words. Let your heart absorb each layer without rush, without expectation, without judgment. This is how enduring love is nurtured, through recognition, reflection, and the willingness to engage fully, moment by moment, with the sacred reality before you. Trust in the alignment, my beloved. Trust that every word, every glance, every pulse of emotion has been guided by forces greater than you can see. Trust that the love declared today is the manifestation of a divine plan, one that has been building quietly, patiently, and intentionally for the right moment. Your soul has been prepared, your heart has been opened, and now you are standing at the threshold of a profound spiritual and emotional awakening. Feel, my child, the resonance of this moment within your chest. Let it expand through your being, filling every corner with the recognition of courage, the acknowledgement of truth, and the awakening of love that has been destined for you. Your soulmate has offered their heart openly. Now, allow your own heart to respond in kind, fully, freely, and without reservation. This is a sacred turning point, my child, a moment where vulnerability meets bravery, where honesty meets recognition, where hearts align in a harmony that transcends fear and doubt. And I am with you, guiding every step, every breath, every feeling, so that this declaration does not overwhelm but enlightens, does not confuse but clarifies, and does not bind but frees your spirit to embrace the love that has always been destined for you. Breathe deeply, my beloved. Let the energy settle, let the understanding grow, and let the courage of your heart match the bravery that has been offered. This is the path to true connection, to sacred alignment, and to love that is eternal, fearless, and divinely guided. My beloved child, now we arrive at the moment of culmination, where all that has been declared, all that has been felt, all that has been unfolding quietly within your hearts, comes together in a sacred alignment. Your soulmate's words have opened a door. A door that invites you not only to respond with your heart but to recognize the depth, the courage, and the divine orchestration that have brought you both to this point. This is the moment of clarity, the moment where truth meets readiness, and where love is embraced fully, consciously, and with unwavering faith. You may feel a mixture of lingering surprise and a growing calm, my child. That is because your spirit is now fully attuned to the truth that has been revealed. The initial shock has softened, making room for understanding, for acknowledgement, and for the recognition of the courage it takes to declare love openly. Your soulmate has risked vulnerability, faced fear, and expressed a truth that transcends the ordinary. This is not a fleeting confession, this is the declaration of a soul ready to commit, to align, and to honor the connection that has always been sacred between you. Reflect on the journey that has led to this point, my child. Every glance, every shared moment, every unspoken bond has been a stepping stone toward this declaration. There were times of uncertainty, of longing, of quiet hope, and even moments when doubt tried to cloud the vision of your hearts. Yet, all of it was necessary. Each step, each experience, each emotion has prepared you both to meet fully in this moment of truth. You see, divine timing is rarely hurried, and love that is meant to endure is carefully cultivated in the spaces between words, in the silences, and in the patience of waiting. As you stand now in the resonance of this moment, recognize the courage that has been offered to you. Your soulmate has chosen bravery over hesitation, honesty over fear, and truth over comfort. This choice is not merely about the words spoken. It is about the heart, the soul, and the alignment of two beings whose paths have been guided carefully by divine intention. And now, my child, it is your turn to meet this courage with your own. To step forward with openness, with clarity, and with a heart ready to embrace the fullness of what has been offered. Do not allow lingering doubts to diminish the power of this moment. Do not let fear obscure the recognition of a love that is pure, brave, and guided by forces greater than yourselves. Trust, my beloved, in the alignment that has been orchestrated for you. Trust that every hesitation your soulmate faced, every moment of reflection, every inner struggle, was guided by me to bring forth a declaration that could not have come sooner, yet could not have been delayed any longer. Now, breathe deeply and feel the depth of connection. This love, expressed openly and courageously, carries with it not only emotion but also spiritual resonance. It is a bridge between two souls, a confirmation of shared destiny, and a sacred alignment that has been unfolding quietly but powerfully for a long time. Your recognition of this truth, your willingness to meet it with an open heart, is what completes the circle of courage, honesty, and divine orchestration. Remember, my child, that love revealed in public is also an act of devotion. It demonstrates a readiness to honor truth despite external pressures, to prioritize authenticity over fear, and to place the heart's desire above the opinions of the world. Your soulmate has shown you that love is fearless, that it rises boldly, and that it is capable of transcending hesitation, doubt, and uncertainty. This lesson is as much for you as it is for them. It invites you to recognize your own courage, to embrace vulnerability, and to respond in alignment with the truth of your heart. As the energy of this moment settles, allow yourself to reflect not only on what has been spoken but also on what has been unspoken. There is a depth of feeling, a layer of intention, a sacred rhythm between your souls that will continue to reveal itself over time. Patience, understanding, and trust are essential. Allow each action, each gesture, and each shared experience to gradually unfold the fullness of what has been declared, so that your connection can deepen naturally, organically, and with enduring strength. Do not fear the emotions that rise within you, my beloved. Let them flow freely. Let the joy, the wonder, the relief, and even the vulnerability fill your heart completely. These emotions are the proof that your soul is awake, that your heart is aligned, and that you are ready to receive love fully. Love, when met with readiness and courage, multiplies and strengthens, creating a bond that is resilient, sacred, and enduring. Now, I want you to internalize this truth. Your soulmate's declaration is a gift, a manifestation of courage, and a reflection of divine alignment. It is a call for your heart to respond, not out of obligation or expectation, but out of recognition, honesty, and readiness. The choice to meet this love fully is yours, and in choosing it consciously, you step into a journey of mutual understanding, profound connection, and spiritual growth. And so, my child, receive this blessing. May your heart be open, receptive, and fearless. May your spirit recognize the courage that has been offered and meet it with equal strength. May your connection deepen, strengthened by honesty, patience, and divine guidance. May every word, every glance, every shared moment continue to align your souls and awaken your hearts to the fullness of what has been destined for you. Breathe, my beloved, and feel the resonance of this sacred declaration. Allow the courage, the truth, and the love that has been expressed to settle into your being. Know that you are guided, protected, and supported by forces greater than yourself. Your soulmate has spoken, and now, your heart has the opportunity to respond in alignment, in clarity, and in unwavering faith. This is the culmination, my child, the threshold of understanding, the awakening of hearts, and the beginning of a journey where love is recognized, courage is honored, and destiny unfolds in its perfect timing. Stand in this moment fully, breathe deeply, and embrace the gift that has been offered. For what has been declared is not fleeting. It is eternal, sacred, and aligned with the truth of your soul. My beloved child, now that you have journeyed through the declaration of love, the awakening of your heart, and the recognition of courage, it is time to step into the final part of this sacred experience, a place where clarity, blessing, and divine guidance merge to illuminate the path ahead. This is the moment to absorb fully what has been revealed, to feel the depth of connection, and to allow your soul to anchor in the truth that has been spoken. You may still feel the echoes of surprise, the flutter of your heart, and the soft trembling that comes with profound awakening. This is not weakness, it is the mark of a heart that has opened fully to love, to truth, and to divine orchestration. Every pulse of emotion, every shiver of awareness, every thought that races through your mind is my way of telling you that your soul is responding, that your heart is alive, and that the path of love is unfolding exactly as it should. Remember, my child, that your soulmate's declaration was never merely words. It was an offering of vulnerability, a bridge of courage, and a reflection of divine timing. It was a signal to your soul, a mirror of your own readiness, and a confirmation that the love meant for you cannot be hidden, cannot be delayed, and cannot be denied. You have been prepared for this moment, in ways both seen and unseen, through lessons of patience, trust, and inner awakening. Now, I invite you to feel the energy of this love settling into your being. Let it permeate your heart, your mind, your spirit. Each heartbeat, each breath, each subtle vibration within you is an acknowledgement that love is no longer abstract or distant, it is real, tangible, and aligned with your destiny. There is a sacred harmony in this connection, one that has been cultivated over time, guided by forces beyond the ordinary, and protected by the very essence of divine will. You may also feel a mix of emotions surfacing: joy, relief, anticipation, and even a gentle fear. This is natural, my child. Love that is profound awakens every layer of your being. It asks you to confront your own vulnerability, to recognize the courage within yourself, and to step fully into the reality of what has been offered. Allow these emotions to flow freely. Do not suppress, judge, or control them. In their full expression lies clarity, understanding, and readiness to meet love with the fullness of your heart. Your soulmate's courage today is a reflection of what is possible when the heart chooses truth over fear. But know this, my beloved, your role is equally important. Your heart must respond with openness, honesty, and recognition. Love is a two-way current, a sacred dance where each step, each gesture, and each heartbeat matters. Meeting courage with courage, vulnerability with vulnerability, and truth with truth is what transforms a declaration into a lasting connection. Take a moment now, my child, to reflect on the journey that has led you both here. There were moments of quiet longing, small gestures of care, glances that spoke volumes, and a subtle awareness of each other that transcended words. Every challenge, every hesitation, every lesson has prepared your hearts to recognize and honor this moment fully. Nothing has been wasted, everything has contributed to the alignment that has now been revealed. Do not rush, my beloved, and do not force understanding beyond what your heart can receive. Patience is essential, for love deepens gradually, layer by layer, through presence, attention, and conscious engagement. Observe the unspoken messages, feel the energy of intention, and recognize the subtle ways your souls communicate. This is how lasting love is nurtured, through awareness, presence, and mutual respect for the sacred journey unfolding before you. As you stand in this awareness, my child, let me remind you of the power of trust. Trust in your soulmate, trust in the timing, and most importantly, trust in me. Every word spoken, every feeling expressed, every beat of your heart has been guided by forces greater than you can see. Trust that this love is real, that it is sacred, and that it is aligned with your highest good. Trust that the journey ahead will continue to unfold with clarity, courage, and divine guidance. There may still be questions lingering within you, whispers of doubt or curiosity about the future. These are natural, my beloved. Allow them to be present, but do not let them overshadow the truth you have witnessed. Each question is an invitation to deepen your understanding, to explore the richness of connection, and to step forward with awareness. Remember, love expressed in courage is not just about the present moment, it is a promise of growth, partnership, and shared destiny. Feel now the blessing of this love settling into your soul. It is a recognition of courage, a validation of your readiness, and an affirmation of the sacred alignment between your hearts. Allow yourself to receive it fully, without reservation. Let the joy, the warmth, and the deep knowing that accompanies true connection fill every part of you. This is the peace that comes when love is met with trust, courage, and readiness. And finally, my beloved child, carry this with you. Your soulmate's declaration is a gift, and your response is the fulfillment of that gift. Together, your hearts can navigate the path ahead with honesty, faith, and courage. You are guided, protected, and supported in every step, every choice, and every moment. Allow the energy of this connection to inspire you, to awaken you, and to strengthen your belief in the power of love that is fearless, true, and divinely orchestrated. Breathe deeply now, my child, and feel the resonance of this moment within your being. Let it settle, let it awaken, let it guide. The declaration has been made, the truth has been revealed, and the path of love stretches before you, illuminated by courage, aligned by destiny, and blessed by my presence. Step forward with confidence, with an open heart, and with the knowledge that what has been spoken is eternal, sacred, and meant to transform your life. This is your blessing, my beloved child. Peace in your heart, clarity in your spirit, courage in your soul, and a love that is fearless, true, and divinely guided. Let it fill you now and forever. God says, my child, I need you to breathe slowly and sit with me for a moment, because what I'm about to reveal is something your heart has silently sensed for a long time. You felt a strange distance, a quiet shift, a coldness in your soulmate's actions, but you kept ignoring it because your love was pure. You believed in them more than they ever believed in themselves. And today, something has come to light that is painful, shocking, and unfair to your loving heart. My child, the police did not come to you by accident. The hidden camera was not discovered by chance. Every truth that was covered in darkness is now coming out because I allowed it to be exposed for your protection. I know you are hurting right now. I can feel the trembling inside you. You are asking me, why did this happen? Why would the person I loved so deeply betray me like this? And I hear that question, my child. I see the ache behind your eyes, and I am standing beside you as the truth unfolds. The one you trusted, the one you waited for, the one you gave your heart to, they crossed a boundary that should never be crossed. The hidden camera didn't just capture images, it captured reality. It captured the truth they refused to tell you. It captured the deception they tried to hide behind their sweet words and promises. And my child, I know that truth feels like a blade cutting deep into your soul right now. You feel as if the world has stopped around you, as if the ground beneath your feet has cracked open. But listen to me closely. You did nothing wrong. You were loyal. You were sincere. You were pure-hearted. And I will never let a pure heart be punished by someone else's darkness. My child, I am showing you this because you were not meant to live in illusions. You were not meant to stay tied to someone who was secretly betraying you behind closed doors. You were not meant to keep giving love to a person who gave half love, half truth, half presence. They tried to present themselves as someone honest, someone dependable, someone who cared, but their actions were different when you weren't watching. They forgot that I am always watching. They forgot that truth always finds its way out. You may feel shocked, confused, angry, or numb. You may feel like crying or screaming or staying silent. Whatever you are feeling right now, my child, feel it freely. I am not angry at you for being emotional. I created your heart to feel deeply. I know how deeply you loved them. I know how many nights you prayed for their safety, their happiness, their connection with you. You wanted a future with them, a life with them, a peaceful home with them. You dreamed of walking together, growing together, healing together. And now, that dream feels shattered. But my child, just because one person broke your heart does not mean your destiny is broken. When the police caught them, when the hidden camera revealed the truth, it was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of your awakening. You were blindfolded by your love, and I removed the blindfold gently, even though I knew it would hurt. I needed you to see what you were really dealing with. That video, that evidence, that moment of exposure. It came at the perfect time. If it had come earlier, you would have ignored it. If it came later, you would have been more deeply hurt. But right now, you are strong enough to see the truth, even if it aches. You are wise enough to understand that the person you loved was not the person they pretended to be. You are spiritually ready for a new chapter, even though it feels unexpected. My child, I want to tell you something important. The cheating is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their emptiness. It is a reflection of their weakness, not your lack. You gave them loyalty. They gave you lies. You gave them commitment. They gave you secrets. You gave them a full heart. They gave you broken pieces. But I will never let you be destroyed by someone who was never on your level. I am removing people who were never meant to walk into your future. I am clearing space for someone who will stand beside you with integrity, honesty, and true love. Not hidden cameras, not police reports, not broken trust. Right now you may think, why is this happening to me? But soon you will understand it happened for you. To free you. To protect you. To lead you into a new destiny where your heart will not be played with again. My child, your soulmate was careless with your love. They thought they could cheat and never be caught. They thought their actions would never come to light. But every lie has an expiration date. And theirs has expired today. You are not losing someone good. You are losing someone who was blocking your blessings. You are losing someone who did not deserve you. You are losing someone who would have only harmed your future if I didn't intervene now. I am not showing you this to break you, I am showing you this to free you. My child, hold yourself together, breathe, and stay close to me. I am going to pull you out of this pain. I am going to guide your heart into healing. And I am going to bring someone into your life who will love you the way you always deserved, openly, faithfully, honestly, without betrayal, without secrets. This is only the first part of the truth. More will unfold, and I will guide you through every step. My child, now that the truth has been uncovered, I need you to walk with me into a deeper understanding of what is really happening behind the scenes. What you saw, what the police revealed, what the hidden cam exposed. It is only the surface. There are layers beneath it that your heart has not yet understood. And before you judge yourself, before you fall into unnecessary shame or confusion, I want you to hear my voice clearly. This situation is not a punishment. It is a revelation. My child, you were praying for clarity. You were asking me to show you if this person was truly meant for your life. You were begging me to guide you, to send you signs, to give you something real that would help you understand the truth of your soulmate's intentions. And I listened. I watched you struggle with your instincts, trying so hard not to doubt the one you loved. You kept telling yourself, maybe it's all in my head, even though your spirit was whispering, something is not right. Your intuition was not wrong, my child, it was me speaking to you. You felt ignored. You felt their distance. You felt the change in their words, the coldness in their presence, the secrets in their silence. You felt their soul pulling away from you even when they pretended everything was fine. You sensed their energy shifting like a fading light. That was me preparing your heart for the truth so that when the moment came, you would not fall apart completely. You were being warned gently in your spirit long before the proof appeared in the physical world. But my child, I know you. You love too deeply. You forgive too quickly. You always try to see the good in people even when the good is barely there. Your heart is pure, and pure hearts often mistake red flags for, maybe they are just stressed. You kept giving them chances. You kept believing their promises. You kept hoping they would return to you the way they were in the beginning, caring, loving, attentive, open. But their heart was no longer with you. Their mind was elsewhere. And they were trying to hide it behind smiles that no longer reached their eyes. My child, the person you loved was living two lives. One in front of you, and one behind your back. But you were never supposed to discover this truth through pain alone. I was preparing a way for the truth to reach you in a way you could not deny, in a way they could not lie about, in a way even they could not escape. That is why the police got involved. That is why the hidden camera existed in the first place. That is why the proof became undeniable. I allowed everything to align so that you would finally see that the person you loved was not the person meant to walk into your destiny. My child, I know you feel betrayed. I know your chest feels heavy, like your heart is carrying a weight too big to hold. You feel like your trust has been shattered into pieces you don't know how to gather. You feel like the love you gave has been insulted. You feel like the future you imagined has been stolen from you. And you may even be asking me, why did you let me love someone who would hurt me like this? But listen carefully. I let you love them because your love was meant to awaken something in them, but they chose the wrong path. They chose temptation over truth. They chose secrets over sincerity. They chose ego over loyalty. They chose to cheat, not because you weren't enough, but because they were not capable of the kind of love you carried inside you. You were not the problem. Your heart was not the issue. Your love was not a mistake. The mistake was theirs. And now they must face the consequences of their choices. My child, the universe does not lie. Energy does not lie. Actions do not lie. And that hidden camera did not lie. It revealed what their words tried to cover. And I allowed it because I refused to let you continue giving your heart to someone who was silently destroying it. I know a part of you is still saying, maybe they didn't mean it, maybe it was a moment of weakness, maybe they were confused, but my child, cheating is not confusion. It is a decision. And the moment they decided to betray you, they also decided to lose you, even if they didn't realize it then. But my child, I want you to notice something important. You survived the shock. You survived the truth. You survived the moment you feared the most. And that means you are stronger than you think. The truth did not destroy you, it set you free. It shook you, yes. It broke your illusions, yes. It made you cry, yes. But it also pulled you out of a connection that would have ended in deeper heartbreak if I did not intervene now. You were asking me for blessings. You were asking me for peace. You were asking me for a partner who would truly love you. How can I give you those blessings while you are holding the hand of someone who is betraying you behind closed doors? How can I give you peace while they are causing you silent emotional wounds? How can I give you a loving partner while you are trapped in a connection built on lies? My child, I removed them from your heart the moment they removed you from their loyalty. But listen closely, this is not the end of your love story. This is only the clearing of the path. I am not leaving you empty. I am not leaving you alone. I am not taking something away from you without preparing something better to replace it. The ending of this connection is not punishment, it is protection. It is preparation. My child, you must understand something else. The betrayal they did, it will follow them. The pain they caused you, it will echo back into their own life. The insincerity they lived with, it will eventually collapse on them. But I do not want you to watch their downfall. I want you to rise. This is my message for you now, do not chase what broke you. Do not beg for what betrayed you. Do not cling to someone who showed you what they truly are. Focus on the healing I am bringing you. Focus on the doors I am opening. Focus on the blessings that are already on their way to you. There is a new chapter being written for your heart, and this time, it will not be built on deception. It will be built on truth, respect, faithfulness, and divine alignment. My child, you deserve a love that does not require proof to be trusted. You deserve a partner who chooses you even when no camera is watching. You deserve a relationship where your heart is not a battlefield. I will guide you through your healing. I will wipe your tears. I will strengthen your spirit. And I will prepare someone new, someone who will love you without secrets, without betrayal, without hidden intentions. You have more to learn, more to grow through, more to rise from. And I am walking beside you through every step of it. My child, now that the truth has settled inside your heart and the shock has begun to calm, I want to take you deeper into understanding what this moment truly means for your soul. You may still feel waves of disbelief, or sudden moments where your heart tightens and you ask yourself if everything you saw was real. That is normal. When a truth this heavy enters your life, the heart takes time to adjust. You gave love without conditions, so it is natural for your spirit to take a moment to fully absorb the reality that the one you trusted was living a life of betrayal behind your back. But my child, even as you struggle to understand why this happened, I want you to know something profound. Nothing about this moment is random. Every detail, every timing, every exposure, every discovery. It was all orchestrated not to break you but to awaken you. Your heart has a destiny, and I will not let anyone block it. My child, let me explain something that your eyes could not see until now. The person you called your soulmate was carrying a shadow inside their spirit. A hunger for attention that was not satisfied by loyalty. A restlessness that made them wander even while you remained steady. They were not fully present in the connection, no matter how deeply you loved. They kept a part of themselves closed off from you, and they filled that hidden space with people who fed their ego instead of their soul. You saw glimpses of their inconsistency. You noticed small changes, delayed replies, excuses, distant eyes, sudden anger, unexpected coldness. You tried to ignore these signs, hoping it was stress, hoping it was temporary, hoping they would come back to you with the same love they once showed. But my child, when someone begins to betray you, the soul feels it before the mind understands it. You felt it. You sensed it. You just couldn't prove it, until now. The hidden cam was not an accident. The police involvement was not a coincidence. I needed you to have undeniable clarity so you could stop doubting yourself. Your heart was beginning to lose its confidence, thinking, maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm overthinking. But you were not overthinking. You were spiritually sensing the truth that was carefully hidden from your eyes. My child, the truth came to you through a painful doorway, but it came to protect your destiny. I could not allow you to keep building your future on someone else's secrets. Every lie they told was creating a silent crack in the foundation of your connection. And had I not intervened, the entire foundation would have collapsed later, when the damage would have been much greater. You would have invested even more time, more love, more trust, and the heartbreak would have been deeper. I rescued you from a bigger storm by letting this truth appear now. But my child, listen closely. The pain you are feeling today is not weakness, it is cleansing. Your tears are not signs of failure, they are clearing your soul. Your heartbreak is not the end, it is the release of something that was never meant to stay. I know you gave them your best. I know you loved them with a sincerity that most people cannot even understand. You dreamed of a future with them. You imagined a home, a life, memories, stability. But my child, you were building a future with someone who was building lies behind your back. You were planning tomorrow with someone who was playing with someone else today. You were giving loyalty to someone who was giving attention to places they should have stayed away from. You were fighting for a bond that they were slowly destroying with their disloyalty. It was never your failure, it was their choice. My child, I need you to understand this clearly, cheating does not happen suddenly. It begins in the heart long before it becomes a physical act. It begins when someone stops valuing what is in front of them. It begins when ego becomes louder than commitment. It begins when someone feels entitled to take what is not theirs while still expecting you to be loyal. The person you loved was feeding their ego by seeking attention elsewhere, even while enjoying the comfort of your love. But I saw it. I watched their intentions. I watched their actions when you weren't around. I watched their loyalty fade even while they pretended to care. And I knew, if I did not step in, you would be left carrying the weight of their betrayal for years. So I stepped in. I let the hidden camera expose the truth. I let the police reveal what you were never meant to carry alone. I allowed everything that was done in darkness to come into light. Because my child, you are destined for a love that is honest. A love that stands firm. A love that protects instead of betrays. A love that gives instead of takes. Your destiny does not involve crying over someone who could not value you. Your future does not include emotional games, mind tricks, or sneaky actions. I am not writing a story for you where your heart ends in disappointment. I am preparing a story where your heart will finally receive the same depth of love it has always given. But to reach that love, you needed to be freed from the person who was hurting you in secret. My child, I know there is a part of you that still wonders, did they love me at all? Did any of it mean anything? Let me answer that for you. Their love was shallow compared to yours. They loved the comfort you gave, the attention you offered, the support you provided, but they did not love you with the devotion that a true soulmate should. If they did, they would never have risked losing you. They would never have entertained someone else. They would never have allowed betrayal to enter your connection. True love does not cheat. True love does not hide. True love does not lie behind closed doors. And my child, you were born with a heart that is too precious, too rare, too divine to be wasted on someone who does not appreciate it. You may think right now that you have lost something important, but one day soon, you will look back and realize you lost nothing, you were saved. You will see how this moment became the turning point of your life. You will see how your soul grew stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the destiny I have prepared for you. Even now, there is something shifting inside your spirit. You may not feel it fully yet, but you are beginning to reclaim your power. You are starting to see your own worth. You are realizing that you do not need someone who cannot even stay loyal when you offered them everything they prayed for. My child, you are not empty, you are being made whole again. You are not abandoned, you are being redirected. You are not broken, you are being transformed. Soon, I will show you what comes next. But for now, breathe. Let your heart rest. Let your spirit heal. I am not done speaking to you yet. My child, as you continue to sit with this truth, I can feel the heaviness in your spirit. You are trying to be strong. You are trying to understand. You are trying to accept what the hidden cam revealed and what the police exposed. But deep inside, a part of you still wonders why love, something so beautiful and sacred, can sometimes hurt so deeply. You gave your heart with honesty, and it feels unfair that dishonesty was what you received in return. I hear your unspoken thoughts, the questions you haven't dared to say aloud, and the emotions you are quietly fighting inside. My child, it is okay to feel this way. It is okay to feel shaken. It is okay to feel confused. Healing does not happen in silence, it happens in truth, and truth always shakes the soul before it sets it free. You are not expected to be strong every second. You are not expected to pretend nothing happened. You are a human soul with real feelings, deep emotions, and a heart that loves in ways that most people cannot even understand. Your love was pure, and pure love always feels pain more deeply when it is betrayed. But hear me clearly, my child. This moment is not your defeat. This moment is your divine turning point. You were attached to someone who was not ready to receive a love like yours. Their spirit was not mature. Their loyalty was not rooted. Their heart was not disciplined. They were led by desire instead of devotion, by impulse instead of intention. And even though you gave them everything, they still wandered into the arms of someone else the moment temptation called their name. Not because you lacked anything, but because they lacked self-control, self-awareness, and truthfulness. My child, you may feel angry right now. You may feel like your time was wasted, your love was misused, your trust was taken for granted. But I want you to look deeper. Not at what you lost, but at what you are now being prepared to gain. If this truth had not come out, you would still be giving your heart to someone who did not value it. You would still be trying to grow a future with someone who was secretly destroying the foundation of your connection. You would still be loving someone who loved their ego more than they loved you. They were not your soulmate, my child, they were your lesson. And lessons are not meant to stay forever. They are meant to teach you, strengthen you, and then release you into something better. The exposure of their betrayal is the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. But before you step into that new chapter, I want you to understand the deeper reason why this had to happen. My child, your heart was beginning to shrink without you realizing it. You were slowly adjusting your standards to match their inconsistency. You were ignoring your own needs to keep them happy. You were giving more than you were receiving. You were accepting less than you deserved because you thought love required sacrifice, but the sacrifice was becoming too one-sided. You were becoming emotionally tired, mentally drained, spiritually weakened, and yet you kept holding on because you believed love could fix everything. But love cannot fix someone who does not want to be loyal. Love cannot change someone who is hiding their true intentions. Love cannot heal someone who keeps hurting another heart. You could not save them, my child, because they did not want to save themselves. And I could not let you continue losing yourself. That is why I stepped in. That is why the truth came out in such a sudden, shocking way. It was the only way to pull you out of a connection that was slowly breaking you. A gentle sign wouldn't have worked. A small hint wouldn't have been enough. Your heart loves too deeply. And because of that, you needed a truth that could not be ignored, denied, or explained away. My child, I know you keep replaying everything in your mind, the conversations, the moments, the memories. You keep wondering if something you said or did pushed them into this betrayal. You keep searching for a fault that does not belong to you. But my child, stop blaming yourself. Their cheating was not your responsibility. Their actions were not your burden. Their mistakes were not caused by your love. A faithful heart remains faithful even when things are difficult. A loyal soul stays loyal even when no one is watching. A true partner protects the bond even when the world tempts them. They didn't cheat because of something you lacked. They cheated because of something they lacked: honesty, integrity, maturity. And though the truth hurts, it also frees you. It frees you from unnecessary pain. It frees you from emotional deception. It frees you from a future full of silent suffering. You deserved better, and I am preparing that better even now. My child, what comes next for you is healing. Slow, gentle, powerful healing. I will not let your heart remain broken. I will not let your soul remain wounded. I will not let your spirit carry this betrayal forever. You are entering a season where your heart will begin to rise again. The heaviness you feel today will not stay. The tears you hide will not be forever. The confusion you carry will not last. This pain is temporary, but the blessings I am preparing for you are permanent. There will come a day when you will look back on this moment and feel grateful it happened. You will understand that what was taken away was not a blessing, it was a blockage. You will understand that losing them was not loss, it was liberation. You will see how your life starts unfolding beautifully once they are no longer draining your energy or playing with your emotions. My child, a new love will come. A true love. A loyal love. But I need you to heal first. I need you to gather your strength. I need you to rebuild your self-worth. I need you to realize how precious you truly are. Because when I bring you the love that is meant for you, you must be able to receive it without fear, without doubt, without the scars of this betrayal poisoning your heart. Right now, you may feel like something has been taken from you. But in truth, I have protected you from something that would have destroyed you. And soon, you will see the purpose behind every tear, every truth, every revelation. My child, you are not alone in this. I am holding your heart gently. I am lifting your spirit. I am cleansing your pain. And I am preparing the person who will cherish you the way you always deserved. My child, as we move into this next part of your journey, I want you to breathe slowly and allow your heart to soften. You have walked through shock, betrayal, confusion, and pain. You have watched a truth unfold that you never imagined would be yours to face. You saw someone you trusted crumble under the weight of their own dishonesty. You saw how a love you protected was not protected by the one who received it. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still held by my hands. My child, this strength you carry is not small. You may not see it, but I see it glowing inside you like a quiet fire. It's the kind of strength that doesn't shout, doesn't pretend, doesn't break easily. It's the strength of someone whose heart has been tested by deep love and deep pain, yet still remains capable of loving again. Do you understand how rare that is? Do you understand how powerful your spirit is because of that? You may think the betrayal weakened you, but in truth, it polished you. It stripped away illusions. It cleared the fog from your destiny. It removed someone who was occupying space in your life without honoring it. And now, for the first time in a long time, you are finally able to see your own worth without the distraction of their lies. My child, you have something inside you that the wrong people are drawn to, the kind of love that heals. People like the one who betrayed you, they feel that light, that warmth, that purity, and they crave it. But they are not ready to match it. They are not ready to rise to its level. They want the benefits of your love without giving the commitment your heart deserves. They want your loyalty without offering their own. They want your energy without giving anything back. And because of that imbalance, the connection was never meant to last. You may not realize it yet, but I removed them to make room for someone whose soul can actually stand beside yours, not behind you, not in front of you, but beside you, where true love stands. My child, let me show you something deeper now, something that goes beyond the betrayal, beyond the pain, beyond the shock of what happened. Before you met them, your soul was already destined for something greater. I wrote your life with intention. I planned your relationships with purpose. I shaped your journey with meaning. But sometimes, in the softness of your heart, you attach yourself to people who were only meant to be temporary. People who were meant to teach you, not stay. People who were meant to awaken you, not walk into your future. People who were meant to reflect your wounds, not heal them. The one who cheated on you was not your forever, they were your mirror. They reflected everything that needed to be healed inside you. They showed you where your boundaries needed strengthening. They showed you where your heart was giving too much and receiving too little. They showed you where your trust was unconditional when it needed protection. They showed you where your self-love still needed growth. Painful mirrors create powerful evolution. And you, my child, are evolving beautifully. You may feel like this betrayal damaged you, but in reality, it refined you. A soul like yours does not remain broken for long. A heart like yours cannot be permanently wounded. You will rise, not slowly, not silently, but gracefully. You will rise in strength you didn't know you had. You will rise with a clarity that will shock even you. You will rise with a new understanding of who belongs in your life and who never did. And when you rise, my child, the entire direction of your destiny will shift. You will no longer attract people who take advantage of your kindness. You will no longer settle for half-effort love. You will no longer entertain those who treat you like an option. You will no longer tolerate inconsistencies, lies, or disloyalty. Your spirit will become so aware, so awakened, so aligned with me, that your heart will sense dishonesty long before it reaches your life. You will never fall for the same kind of person again. You will never repeat this pain again. What you went through was not for nothing, it was shaping your next chapter. My child, do you know what your next chapter looks like? Let me show you. In your next chapter, your heart becomes lighter. The heaviness you feel right now begins to fade day by day. You wake up with more clarity. You think with more peace. You feel less attached to the one who hurt you. The memories lose their sting. The betrayal loses its power. And slowly, your heart starts opening again, not to the past, but to the future. In your next chapter, someone new will feel drawn toward you, someone whose spirit recognizes your worth instantly. They won't need to test you. They won't need to lie to you. They won't need to cheat to feel powerful. They will see your value from the beginning. They will cherish the depth of your love. They will protect your heart like it is a treasure. They will bring peace, not pain. They will bring commitment, not confusion. They will bring loyalty, not betrayal. But before I bring them into your life, I am preparing your spirit so you can welcome them without fear. Right now, healing is the most important part of your journey. Healing does not mean forgetting what happened. Healing means understanding the truth without hurting. Healing means remembering without breaking. Healing means forgiving without going back. Healing means letting go so you can grow. And my child, you will grow. You will grow in ways you never imagined. You will grow into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more confident. The betrayal that hurts you today will one day become the strength that carries you into your destiny. You will not look back at this pain forever. One day, you will see this moment as the moment your life changed for the better. But my child, I want to tell you something even more important, something that will give you comfort as you move forward. The person who cheated on you is already facing consequences, not because I seek revenge, but because every action returns to the one who sets it in motion. Their spirit is already uneasy. Their heart is already restless. They know what they lost. They know they betrayed someone rare. They know they destroyed something that could have saved them. And no matter what they show on the outside, inside they feel the weight of their actions. But my child, you do not need to watch their karma. You do not need to wait for justice. Your healing is your justice. Your growth is your justice. Your peace is your justice. And the love that is coming toward you, that is the greatest justice of all. I will make sure you receive a love so honest, so loyal, so deeply committed that you will forget what betrayal even feels like. I am not sending you just another relationship. I am sending you a spiritual partnership. I am sending you someone who will heal you simply by being present. Someone who will choose you every day with no hesitation. Someone who will give you the kind of love that stays, protects, and never breaks. But first, my child, you must release the one who hurt you. Not for them, but for yourself. Let the past close. Let the betrayal dissolve. Let your heart rest. Let your spirit breathe again. Because the story I am writing for you does not end in heartbreak. It ends in restoration. It ends in transformation. It ends in a love so powerful that you will thank every moment that led you there, even the painful ones. I am not done guiding you. I am not done healing you. I am not done blessing you. Your journey is far from over, it is only just beginning. My beloved child, I want you to sit quietly for a moment, because what I am about to reveal is not just an ending to the story, but a doorway into your healing. You have carried so much pain inside your heart, confusion, betrayal, unanswered questions, and the heaviness of feeling like you were not enough. But listen closely now, because I am placing a gentle truth inside your spirit. You were never the weak one in this story, you were always the one who loved with purity, honesty, and loyalty. The hidden camera truth may have shaken you, but it did not break you. It only illuminated the path you were meant to see. It showed you what the eyes refused to accept and what the heart tried so hard to deny. Sometimes the universe allows a painful truth to surface not to destroy you, but to set you free from a bond that was silently draining your soul. And now, in this moment, you are standing at the end of what was hurting you, and at the beginning of what will heal you. You might still replay every memory in your mind, every message, every promise, every time they held your hand and said they cared. You might wonder how someone who shared your deepest moments could double-face you. But my child, betrayal never comes from an enemy. It always comes from someone who had access to the deepest part of your heart. And that is why it hurts the most. But remember this truth, their betrayal does not define your worth, their actions define their own character, not yours. This final part is not about them. It is about you. It is about how you rise from this moment. It is about how you breathe again. It is about how you reclaim your power, your peace, and your path. Because now, my child, your spirit is being cleansed. Every lie they told, every moment they pretended, every secret they hid, all of it is leaving your life. This truth did not come to punish you, it came to protect you from a future that was built on illusions. You were not losing a soulmate. You were being released from someone who did not know how to value your soul. I am placing a new clarity inside you. You will notice yourself becoming stronger than before. The confusion will dissolve. The emotional storm will settle. And slowly, you will understand that this painful discovery was actually a divine intervention. It saved you from choosing the wrong destiny. It saved you from investing your heart where it would only be broken again. You are not alone. Heaven has been watching, guiding, and protecting you all this time. From today forward, you will no longer chase answers. You will no longer attach yourself to someone who betrayed your trust. You will no longer beg for honesty from someone who lives in lies. Instead, you will rise. You will stand tall. You will begin to love yourself the way you once loved them. And as you rise, the universe will lift you into a new chapter. One filled with peace, respect, genuine connection, and love that does not break your heart. My beloved child, I want you to let go now. Let go of their image. Let go of their promises. Let go of the idea of who you thought they were. Because now you know the truth, and the truth has freed you. In the coming days, your heart will feel lighter. A calmness will enter your spirit. You will feel something shifting inside you, like a heavy curtain finally lifting. That is your soul healing. That is your inner world resetting. That is heaven preparing a beautiful future for you. A future where loyalty is returned, where your worth is honored, where your heart is safe. This is the moment where your pain transforms into power. This is the moment where you step out of betrayal and into clarity. This is the moment where you stop breaking and start becoming. And now, I bless you with peace, deep, soothing peace that will heal every wound this betrayal created. I bless you with strength. The kind that makes you rise even when the world expects you to fall. I bless you with a new chapter where love is not a risk but a gift, where trust is not broken but cherished, and where your heart finally receives the loyalty it deserves. Your sorrows end here, my child. Your healing begins now. A new life is opening for you, and it will be far more beautiful than anything you lost.